What's up, everybody? It's your boy Baybar to Go Bar coming at you with another Magic the Gathering Puzzle Quest video. So I've been contemplating shooting a video here for a while. Sorry for the dearth of content. I'm trying to match the in-game content. Am I the only one who thinks there's been nothing to do the last couple of weeks? And they finally turned it around here. We have a midweek event, Race to Orazca, which I actually hate some of the objectives here, but there's a few fun nodes, and it's relatively slow-paced. As far as, even though it's 5 nodes, they come at you pretty slow. Anyway, but today I'm actually going to show you an Imminent Doom deck that is standard legal, at least currently. That'll change when Amonkhet rotates out with the incoming Dominaria set, which hopefully will be in the next week or two. We shall see. But this deck is ridiculous, and I think most of you will be able to build it. You basically just need one card that's not common and uncommon. Well, 2 cards. And that card is Imminent Doom. The other one that I'm assuming most, if not all of you guys have, is the Immortal Sun. So let's look at this deck against my boy Krusty in the mirror match. So basically, it's using these 2 mythic supports, the Immortal Sun and Imminent Doom. The Immortal Sun was the free prize for one of the events for first top 2 coalitions and then top 250 coalitions, and you can get it for progression. So pretty much tons of people have it at this point. And what it does is, while the support is on the board, Planeswalkers can't activate loyalty, which keep in mind because sometimes Nicol Bolas does have good loyalties, but you can't use them after you cast this. And then your spells cost 2 less to cast. That sounds familiar. That sounds like old Barrel 1.0, bringing these spells into your hand and giving them a bunch of mana. Let's see if we can abuse that, guys. And then your creatures get +1/+1, and at the beginning of your turn, draw a card. So, the big one here is your spells cost 2 less to cast. And we're going to pair it with one of my favorite cards, probably the only really legitimate direct damage. Nah, that's not true. So, Ascent of the Second Sun definitely is a direct damage type card that's effective. But Imminent Doom says when you cast a spell, your opponent takes X damage, where X is equal to this support shield value. Then this support gains 1 shield. If you notice the rest of the deck, the theme is we're trying to have everything be a spell and everything be around actually 2 or less mana. The only exception is this Supreme Will that has 3 mana cost. We're just hoping maybe we can get enough mana to ramp into it, and it's 3, so sometimes that can happen. The idea here is if we get Immortal Sun out and we get Imminent Doom out, and then basically every other card except for Supreme Will is free. So we're getting a lot of stuff like this Desert that gives you more mana. Strategic Planning lets you pick whichever card you want to. Tragic Lessons lets you draw 2 cards and you're drained of 3 mana, but since the cards have 0 cost, it doesn't matter. Survivor's Encampment, if we get a creature out, we can disable him and then gain 6 mana. Pull from Tomorrow is the best card and the only other non-common or uncommon in the deck. You discard 1 card and then draw 5. That's excellent in this deck. Artificer's Epiphany. So if you draw 1 card, but if you have a support in play, which you certainly should if this deck's starting to work, then you draw an extra card, so draw 2 for 2 mana. That's pretty sweet. And then Dunes of the Dead, it's just a little 2 mana. We get a zombie out, and then our Survivor's Encampment can target it, so that's why we're playing that. And then Supreme Will, of course, works basically like Strategic Planning, except for you look at 1 extra card, and they don't go into your graveyard. They do go into the bottom of your deck, but that's totally irrelevant. It's just another way to draw cards cheaply. So let's go into a game, and let me show you what's up here. It's a really, really, really strong deck. I don't know if the devs will see this and realize maybe they should stop producing infinite mana loops. This one's not quite. Obviously, they didn't care about cycling, which was way more powerful than even this. But, really, once you get your supports on board, it's pretty much good game. And we have both of our supports in hand. So really, we're just going to be focusing on getting them down as soon as humanly possible. Let's see, a lot of interesting options here. I think the green into the black's probably the best play. The loyalty's a little bit irrelevant here. And this will lead to a loyalty match, so it might get some more cascades. Let's do that. Yeah, that was a good play. You want to focus on Immortal Sun because that starts your engine. You also want to discard any supports that you get in excess of the ones that you need. That's just to clean your hand out so that once you start drawing cards, you just keep drawing cards. So we'll get Immortal Sun down here. Really, we'd like to ramp, draw into our desert to get some mana going. Let's see how this works out. Well, this looks like a match 5 here, so that'll be good. Glad I didn't miss that. I always get embarrassed when I miss stuff, and all my buds started making fun of me. And even some of you forum goers who I don't even know that well, yo. But that's all right, man. You're family. My wife's asking me what's for dinner. That's good. Need another desert. There it is. All right, so here you go. Let's see if we can knock him out on this turn. So here's our dunes, which is actually kind of interesting because even though our encampment was above it, it actually was never able to cast, and now it's able to cast, which is cool. So we're gonna go ahead and click on our little zombie stack, disable them, get some more mana. We're gonna go ahead and draw some more cards. Pull from tomorrow is excellent. All right. As you can see, just every time we're playing a card, we're going ahead and pinging him, and it's not really an exponential function, but it is a like an algorithmic function, so it is growing by a factor every time. I guess linearly. We certainly want to pick Tragic Lessons. We don't want those supports at all. In fact, we could throw them out at this point. Pull from tomorrow. We got a bunch of getting jammed up a little bit here. We got 3 supports in our hand and 1 spell that costs too much mana. This will be some help, but not enough. So we need some more draw. This looks like the end of the line here because I've got the desert. And then I've got the zombies. Oh wait, I forgot that I had the match 5. All right, beautiful. So really no reason for these. I guess if I can get 6 mana, I will just keep it. I got another match 5. That was stupid. Yeah, well, I was really, really lucky. I should have obviously just gone right into the Supreme Will there. That was a big mistake, but it didn't cost me. Pull from tomorrow. And this almost certainly will knock him out, as we just let Imminent Doom do the rest of the work. And I believe this is turn 2. Does that sound about right to you guys? So, alright. Listen, Octagon, you cannot make infinite loops unless you actually like games to look like this. Now, my question to you guys is, has anyone run into a deck like this? And I wonder how it went off. Because it seems like the AI would actually really be able to play this quite well. There's really nothing to it. You basically just have to put your supports in priority space where, which is already what the AI does. And then you have to basically cast everything, which typically is what the AI does, even though they occasionally hoard some cards in their hand. I'm not sure which ones. But yeah, you can see that was a turn 2 victory of 132 mana. Now, of course, I got a couple of match 5s, but I mean, honestly, this deck is averaging probably around 3.5, 4 games per. It's pretty easy. I mean, really, it only slows down if you just absolutely can't draw into Immortal Sun. So maybe it's closer to 4, but I mean, it's definitely under 5. By the way, this deck will be awesome for, is it 5-1 in Battle of the 4 Tribes, the PvE event where you can win Immortal Sun. Some people struggle with that because it's the one where once he gets to City's Blessing, he goes ahead and just instant kills you. But with this deck, you can both block it with the Immortal Sun and just absolutely ping him down mercilessly with Imminent Doom, where I'm pretty sure you can easily get the, is it 7 or 8 turns for some extra bonus ribbons. So yeah, give this deck a go in that event or try it in PvP. It's really, really strong. I think they should probably nerf Immortal Sun or just get rid of all these little 2 mana supports. It'll get a 2 mana spells. It will get a big nerf when Pull from Tomorrow leaves, as will virtually all blue decks, because that card is amazing, and that will happen when Amonkhet rotates out here when Dominaria arrives. But look, the deck's still going to be really, really good. It's not like all the other cards are in our whatever it's called, the subset of that. So yeah, Well, anyway, I keep meaning to shoot some other videos, but it's like I have a really cool Hualti Dinos, White Dinos deck with Galta in it that's amazing. But every time I go to shoot a video, it's like, okay, so you like cast Hour of Promise and then Thunderhead Herd Migration, and then you just play, a bunch of dinosaurs, and then you beat the shit out of them. It's like, I don't know what value I could add there. You guys probably could have figured that deck out yourself, but maybe I'll shoot one anyway. I can't figure out what to do with Vraska. She's, in my opinion, better with dinos as well, even though she's kind of got a pirate theme. She's okay with pirates, but she's actually really strong with dinosaurs. So anyway, I'll try and figure it out, and I'll try and get something posted. But thanks for listening. Feel free to subscribe and hit me up on Slack or Discord or on the forums or whatever you want to do, and I appreciate you guys listening. Bye.